Hi, my name is Jessica Mccall, and this is my video of muscle actions and locations. First one is frontalis, just here on your forehead. It raises your eyebrows. Orbicularis oculi, around your eyes here, squeezes your eyes shut. Orbicularis oris is around your mouth, makes a kissy face. Zygomatus major and minor, right here on your cheek. The origin is the zygomatic bone. Insertion is the upper lip tissue. They make you smile. The emaciator, right here, is for chewing. The origin is the zygomatic arch, and the insertion is the mandible. The sternopodomastoid. The origin is the sternum and clavicle. Insertion is the mastoid process. The trapezius, it's in your back here, moves your scapula. The origin is the external occipital protuberance and the spinaeus process C7 and T12. And the insertion is the clavicle, acromion process, and spine of scapula. Pectoralis major. The origin is the sternum and clavicle, and the insertion is the intertubercular sulcus of the humerus. Intercostals are in your ribs. Diaphragm is in your ribs. It's for breathing. Your rectus abdominis are for trunk flexion. Their origin is the pubis ascoxa, and insertion is the rib cartilage and the xiphoid process. The erector spinea are your mid to lower back, and they're for spine extension. Rhomboideus major and minor are here in your back. Their origin is the spinaeus process of the cervical and thoracic vertebrae, and the insertion is the medial border of the scapula, which is right here. Latissimus dorsi runs here, up here. That moves your humerus. Insertion is the intertubercular sulcus of the humerus. Deltoid, it's right here. Move your arm. The origin is the scapula and the clavicle. Insertion is the deltoid tuberosity of the humerus. Biceps are for elbow flexion. The origin is the scapula insertion. Insertion is the radial tuberosity. Your triceps are in the back of your arm. They're for elbow extension. The origin is the distal humerus and scapula. And insertion is the acromion process of the ulna. Brachialis is under your bicep, and it's also for elbow flexion. Brachioradialis is right here. It's also for elbow flexion, and the origin is the humerus, and the insertion is the radius. Wrist and digit flexors in the front of your forearm. They bend your fingers and wrist towards your forearm. Wrist and digit extensors in the back of your forearm, and they pull your fingers and wrist backwards. Adductor magnus is the inner part of your thigh, and it adducts the thigh. Your hamstrings are in the back of your leg. The semitendinous and semimembranous, the origin is the ischial tuberosity, insertion is proximal tibia. And the biceps femoris, the origin is the ischial tuberosity and linea aspera of the femur, and insertion is proximal fibula. The sartorius is the longest muscle, and it runs from here to here. Your quadriceps are here, they're for knee extension. The rectus femoris, the origin is the coxal bone, and insertion is the tibia. And the three vastus muscles, the origin is the femur, insertion is the tibia. Tibialis anterior is for ankle extension. Gastrocnemius is back here, and that's for ankle flexion. The soleus is under the gastrocnemius, and it's also for ankle flexion. The digit flexors are in the back of your lower leg, and they bend your toes downwards. And digit extensors are in the front, and they pull your toes up. Thank you very much.